Hey, what's up guys? So I got two quick little replays for you guys. It's going to be showing off how you can abuse Saphira, Queen of Dragons. And this is a ritual monster. It's a newer one that says you can ritual summon this card with the Hymen of Light during the end phase if this card was ritual summoned this turn, or if a light monster was sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard this turn while this card was face up on the field. You can activate one of the effects. The first effect is that you can draw 2 cards then discard 1 card. Next effect is that you can discard 1 random card in your opponent's hand, and the last effect is you can add 1 light monster from your graveyard to your hand. And remember guys, this can be activated during either player's turn, which really just shows you how much you can actually abuse this card in combination with Herald of Perfection. Herald of Perfection already an annoying card to deal with, but if you get it out with Saphira, man, it is pretty much game over, man. This card is just too strong. So let me go ahead and actually show you guys the replay. Now I won't pause it just because I did want to read the effect because I know a lot of players just don't know what the heck this thing does. So I'm going to be able to activate Preparation of Rites, and you know, Manju is at 3 and you happen to have Advanced Ritual Art. So I wouldn't say it's like he really sacked him over here. It's just that you just open up with it, you know, a pretty decent hand. And in combination, like I said with Manju, you can search out whatever you need. So he's going to go ahead and make Formula, Herald of Perfection, just going to go ahead and discard a fairy, and it's going to say no. And during the end phase, that card activates, and that's really where this card shines, because that's basically, you know, 1 card, 1 negate for free every single turn. And if you happen to have Herald of Perfection, this is just, it's too easy, man. Your opponent just really can't do anything. He's basically locked out of anything that he can do, because at this point he has 2 negations, and during the end phase he's going to be able to re-add back. And the Vanity's Emptying was just adding salt to that wound. This card, in combination with what's on board, man, this is just not looking too good at all for the poor Sylvan player. And Sylvan's still kind of holding up, man. That's one of those decks where it just has options for everything in the extra deck, but at this point, I mean, there's just too many cards that can be, you know, just instantly just be like, oh, no, you're going to get over my field, no. And, I mean, the Sylvan player really can't do anything, which is unfortunate for him. I mean, if he's going to activate something, obviously the person's just going to say no. And he wants to keep that Herald in defense position, because you never know when something that's going to, you know, just be over, you know, 1800 attack that's just going to attack over it. But, yeah, that was a quick little replay. I'm going to show you guys another one, then we'll do a brief little deck profile. Alright guys, so this one is going to be between my favorite deck, Duels, although it's running the Chaos, little mini Chaos Dragon variant. But yeah, this card over here is just too strong, man. And also guys, briefly, let me go ahead and actually read this other card, because this is kind of important if you wanted to build the deck. It's called the I like to call it the Hymen of Blessing. But anyways, so if this card was used to ritual summon the Saphira, Queen of Dragons, you must also tribute monster from your hand or your side of the field whose total equals 6 or more. If a ritual monster you control will be destroyed by a battle or by card effect while this card is in the graveyard, you can banish this card instead. So adding extra utility is definitely nice, whether it's something with like Lizard or Dark Hole or the hands or something like that. Having access to this is just definitely nice. Just keeping this on board, or even, I mean, this doesn't actually have to target the Queen of Dragons. You can target Herald, I believe. It just says if a ritual monster, so that should technically count other cards. So again, going back to that same combo, man, just, well, there's Solemn Warning right there, so Herald won't have to discard its only card. But during the end phase, just adding the cards is just, it's too strong in the game, man. It's just, once per turn, just keep on adding. You're going to do something just negates for days, man. And that's really where this thing will shine, so he's going to go ahead and get rid of that Songbird, try to go for something, but obviously Herald's just going to say, you know, he should have saw that coming. I felt like he maybe should just try to get 3 Darks and then drop the Dark Armed, and then just try to attack over that. That, to me, would have been an option. Actually, did he? Hold on. No, he didn't happen to have the Djinn. The Djinn just, and the Vanity's Emptiness, man, it ruins the game for, like, any player, man. I feel like that's pretty much shut down at that point. When your opponent can't special summon, and, I mean, you know, once per turn, you're able to negate multiple times, and then during the end phase, you get to re-add back the stuff. And I know you guys want the deck profile for this, so I'm going to go ahead and share with you the deck profile for Mr. Chaos, so thanks a lot. I appreciate it, Mr. Chaos, for showing off this deck, because no one really plays this, and I think that this is, it's really lame to run up against this deck, but I know some of you players like to troll your opponent and not let them ever do anything in the game. So here we have the deck profile for the deck that he actually made, and it's just crazy that this card is just, in combination with the Herald of Perfection, it's too good. But anyways, he's running, oh man, I'm going to, okay, Gyakin Tenu, I think that, Mogami? Yeah, just the 3 of the fairies, that's level 7, basically. Wait, no, it's 6. My bad. It's 6. Okay, so yeah, 3 of her, and then 1 BLS. I already like where this deck is going. I actually don't know what is in his deck. It's the first time for me checking this out also. Double Sonic Birds, and this is a card that really makes the deck. 3 Manju of the 10,000 hands. It lets you add a ritual monster card or 1 ritual spell card from your deck to your hand. And then Honest, this card is more like a win harder card. I don't know if this is really necessary, but I mean, you can keep this alive, so maybe you can have some little bit utility. You contribute this and, you know, one of this card over here, the Jin Releaser of Rituals. So if you ritual summon a monster, you can remove this card from the graveyard as one of the monsters required for the ritual summon. While this monster, while the monster ritual summon using this card is face up on the field, your opponent cannot special summon, period. That's just... And what's crazy, guys, is this is actually part of the Jin's effect. That monster does not gain the effect of the Jin's effect. That effect applies. It's still the Jin's effect, so even if they stop this monster's effect, whether they like breakthrough skill or something, this effect I believe still applies. So yeah, this is just, it's part of this card's effect. So yeah. Next up, oh, kind of like just as a quick side note, it's kind of like with the Yang Zings, like they have skill drain, but it doesn't matter because the other cards give that card the effect, essentially, if you want to think of it like that. But I know it's not giving the effect because then skill drain would still stop. It's just it's through this card's effect that it's gaining that boost. I don't really know how to actually put it in words, but basically it won't stop it. Next up, 3 Tour Guide. Tour Guide just is Tour Guide that helps you stall, I'm guessing, is what it allows him to do. 2 Effect Failure, and 3 Dragon Princess Saphira, or Saphira, the Queen of Dragons, and then 2 Herald Perfection, 1 Soul Charge, 3 Preparation of Rites, 2 Advanced Ritual Art, 2 the Hymn of Blessings, 3 Mystical Space Typhoons, Bottomless Trap Hold, 2 Deep Prison, Compulse, Double Vanity's Emptiness, and a Solemn Warning. If you want, guys, just as a heads up, you can run Torrential Tribute instead of Deep Prison just to make your deck a little bit faster. However, you probably do not want a Torrential when you have these on board, but the way I see it is you probably will be at advantage anyways, because you have this, well, this card is, yeah, it's, if it would be, yeah, while this card's in your graveyard, you can banish it instead. So I guess you can try to save it with, if you torrential yourself, and then you could just try to save your own card. That could be an option, if you happen to have it on board. And then, as far as the extra deck, is playing Cataster, 1 M7, 1 Gauntlet Launcher, 103 Ragnar 0, Black Strip of Corn, 101 Excitonite, Daigusto Emerald, Ghost Trick Alucard, Levier, Tempo, Wind Up Zenmains, 2 Dantes, and finally number 49 Fortune Tune. Because I guess he just wants to be able to add, you know, the right fairies back. Because what's really cool with this, guys, is this card's effect over here. So if you just, you know, discarded a light monster, it was sent from the hand or deck to the graveyard, you get to add 1 light monster from your graveyard to your hand. So what's really dumb is you can add this card back to your hand, normal summon this card, get an additional search off the card, which of course can be, you know, whatever you need, whether you want, well, whatever like thing you need in the right position, but it allows you to re-add back, you know, like a Herald Perfection. So like you can still actually get like an extra 1400 damage on board. It's kind of mediocre, but you know, it's still there. It's better than just re-adding it back only to discard it later and not get free advantage off of it. So I think this card is pretty good in that aspect. This is just it is such a trollsy way just to make it so your opponent can't even do anything. I thought Herald of Perfection was already annoying enough to deal with, but when you make it in combination with this, it just has too many cards, and you can't. You're gonna have to drop like 7 cards, man. They're just gonna keep on recycling, and it's just gonna cause a problem for you. But I mean, most of the time, you know, you're only gonna negate stuff that you need to negate. Basically, whatever's getting rid of Herald, you just say no to that. So remember, you don't have to negate everything that your opponent does. It's just that, well, if you happen to have enough fairies in your hand and you have this on board, well then, hey, go for it, because you know, you can just during the end phase just add 1 of them back, and then it's just you get too much resources and you just kind of out resource your opponent. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and thanks again, Mr. Shadow, for sending in this deck. If you guys want to send in replays, link down below in the description box. But thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Have some fun maybe playing this deck yourself, trying out some new things, because I like seeing new decks. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Asian Eyes signing out.